I've studied astrology since 2017. I studied tropical Western astrology, and the tropical zodiac, as a lot of you guys know, it's fixed. It's based on the seasons. It's based on the vernal equinox in March, which is 0 degrees Aries, springtime. But I switched to sidereal, and I know a lot of people are switching to sidereal, especially from what I've seen on Twitter. On the sidereal zodiac, you know, there's Western sidereal astrology that uses the sidereal zodiac, and then the astrology that I intensely study, Vedic astrology from India, rooted in Hindu culture, also uses the sidereal zodiac. Okay, I wanted to make this video to kind of just diffuse any confusion that anyone thinking about switching might be having in regards to their chart, their signs. The main takeaway is for everyone to understand that all of the planets are working together in your horoscope. You are not just your sun sign, baby. In Vedic astrology, your moon is even more important, and your lagna, your ascendant, your first house is crucial. It's crucial. When we are making the switch, we're like, okay, so I'm not a Taurus sun. I'm an Aries sun. I'm not a Cancer sun. I'm a sidereal Gemini sun. Okay, you're still a tropical Cancer sun. It doesn't cancel anything out. It doesn't cancel anything out when you switch the zodiacs. That's what I want everyone to understand. And I respect both calculations of the zodiac. They're accurate. People make accurate predictions with it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the key to switching over to the sidereal zodiac. The key for anyone. It makes everything better. It makes everything simple. Once I started getting into sidereal and Vedic astrology, I was like, okay, everything is simple. The significations are simple. They're there. It makes sense. Everything makes perfect sense. It's not like the planets switch up meaning or anything like that. It's just you stop confusing certain meanings with other meanings. You get in tune with what the planets are actually doing in your horoscope. So that's what this video is about. The sidereal zodiac is based on the fixed stars and how the earth has been tilting on its axis. The precession of the equinox is what it's referred to. So when you look in the sky right now, we see that Jupiter has just moved into Aquarius, sidereal Aquarius, the water bearer. You can see it right now in the sky over there in that constellation. You can see that Saturn is still in Capricorn, the goat. You see that? You can see that these planets are there in those constellations. But in tropical astrology right now, Jupiter is on its way to moving into Pisces. You know, Saturn is in Aquarius in tropical astrology. So sidereal astrology comes with a vibration of like the truth, you know, what's actually going on, the soul. Pandit Sanjay Rath talks about how sidereal astrology is like used to connect on a soul level with your chart. It's the soul. You look at your Atmakarka in sidereal because it's a soul thing. It's a karmic thing. It has to do with the stars, which are frequencies of light and energy. The abode of the gods, okay, when we get into nakshatra, all right? Once you get into the nakshatra, that's when it really all starts making sense. That's what made me really switch over full-heartedly. You know, I wasn't in Western sidereal astrology like that. I was in Vedic astrology, and nakshatras were observed before the signs in Rig Vedic times. Long time ago, tens thousands of years ago. You know what I'm saying? We weren't there, you know, but it was written, it was recorded, these nakshatras. So the number one key when using the sidereal zodiac is understanding the planets. What do you really understand about the planets? The graha, all right? Planet Sun through Saturn, okay? We're not, for all intents and purposes, we're not using Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, because those aren't planets you can see with the visible eye. And in Vedic astrology, it's associated with the eyes of Vedanga, or the limbs of the Vedas. It's associated with the eyes, what you can see. You know, you can't see Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto from your naked eye. People think that tropical Leos are this attention whore. They want to be performers or whatever. That's not what the sun is about. Leo is ruled by the sun. Have y'all looked at the sun? Have y'all observed the sun? I hear you, bird. The sun is right here shining on me. The sun comes up every day shows itself, gives us heat, gives us life, gives us our soul. The sun isn't asking for attention. It gets it. It's already there. The sun is consistent. The sun is reliable. The sun is entertaining, no doubt. It's a perfectionist as well, you know? It's an attribute that tropical Virgos get, right? Virgo is obsessed with perfection as well. That's Mercury. Mercury is Prithvi Tattva, or earth element, and Virgo's obviously an earth sign. There is that, but Virgo can come with a bit of anxiety, anxiousness, doubt, because Mercury is the prince in the royal family of the planets. Mercury's still trying to figure it out. Mercury still is experimenting, okay? But the sun, Leo, is nobility, it's courage, it's creativity, it's Beyonce, it's Freddie Mercury. That's the sun, okay? Wanting consistency, wanting perfection, wanting to perform well for its kingdom. That's the sun, and we all have a sun sign. Our sun sign is our soul. It's our Atma. You really have to understand the concept of Atma to understand Vedic astrology and Hindu concepts. It's mentioned in the Upanishads. It's mentioned in the Vedas. It's mentioned in the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita. Atman, the soul, the entity we are outside of our limitations, what we're here to do, the flavor of our mission, as I mentioned in my past videos on sun and your radiance. Check that one out. That one's very simple. The sun is that radiance, that light, that vibration. And Mercury is how we're organizing, how we're getting our skills, how we're utilizing our skills at the proper time, the expressions that we have. Mercury, the communication, that's Mercury. Mercury's all about data. Mercury isn't about performing necessarily. It's about data and seeing what's working. So I guess there is a performance aspect to it, but it's crunching data. You know, that's what Mercury's doing. Sun is like, I'm here, baby. I'm shining. Sun is about tradition. Sun is about universal law. Sun is a star. Okay? The sidereal cancers is where you see all these actors. So many actors have sidereal cancer placements because acting's all about invoking emotion. Crying on the scene, crying on call. The dark side of the moon, the mind control. That's the moon. The moon represents your mind, your emotions, your ability to adapt. The moon is here attached to this earth, different phases, based on how the sun is even hitting the moon. So the moon is liking all this performance because second house from the moon is Leo. They value performance, they value expression, they value creativity and stuff like that. And Leo's going to be valuing Virgo. People forget to talk about the second house. People forget to look to the second house. The second house is so important. It's how you're materializing and filtering that personality that you have. That's your first house. The second sign from any sign is super important. When you learn about Jupiter is the guru, the minister of the devas. Jupiter is about contentment, as I learned from Twinkle on Twitter. Jupiter is about spirituality, religion, pursuits. But sometimes Jupiter can be about escapism in Pisces. It can be about thinking you know it all, not wanting any advice. And that's where you see how tropical Aries can be sidereal Pisces. Because Jupiter, the ruling planet of Pisces, is very much egotistical. When you start to read the stories about these Hindu deities, you see how Jupiter was advising Indra, the chief of the gods. The chief, he was telling Indra everything he needed to do to keep his power and his wealth and keep everything functioning. But one day, Guru came into a party and Indra didn't greet him. And so Guru's like, look, that's disrespectful. I'm the reason why you have everything that you have right now. So he left the party. You know what I'm saying? And then Indra's like trying to catch up, like, oh, no, wait. Having to get back on Guru, aka Jupiter's good graces. Jupiter isn't only just the planet of expansion and benefic everything. No. Jupiter, it can. I'm not saying it doesn't. It can. But Jupiter is very much about what you're sure of. Like what you think you're sure of. What you believe in. You know, that's what Jupiter is about. So you can see that in sidereal Sagittarius placements. They know how to make money. They know how to climb ladders. They know how to put in work. They know how to follow a law, because Sagittarius is the yang expression of Jupiter. The Mula Trikona of Jupiter, where it likes to be. And it knows what it needs to do to get what it wants to be content, to be happy. So Jupiter can get selfish and be uptight and a perfectionist in that way, because it's striving for exactly what it wants. It's not striving for anything less. Because it knows Jupiter is the minister. It knows what it needs to do to achieve wealth. But Jupiter can also make one lazy or not wanting to move or take any advice from other people because they can't see anything wrong with themselves. They don't see what they're doing wrong. They'll cry about it. They'll cry, oh my gosh, my life is going this way. I wish my life was going that way. But they won't take any advice for it. So they have to learn through experience. You know, they have to learn through their own changes and how life is going to go. Jupiter ultimately is Jiva Karaka. Karaka for life. We can't just be focusing on the signs alone. You have to study the planets and their significations. Tropical Gemini is considered childlike, baby-like, colorful, and things like that. But Sidereal Taurus is all about sensuality, the second house. Venus rules colors, right? So that's why you see a lot of Sidereal Taurus women that wear a lot of colors, like to switch up their style, because it's Venus, it's Venusian, it's bling bling. Venus rules all that bling bling that you see in Sidereal Libra. Sidereal Libra loves white and diamonds and pearls and things like that. Again, this video is not to say that tropical astrology is wrong. It's just here to emphasize the need to study the planets to understand how the Rashis are working. The fire and air Rashis, signs, are the yang expression, the action-oriented version of the sign. The earth and water signs are the yin, the more magnetic part of that planet expressing through that sign. But going deep and exploring the planets and where the planets find their exaltation and their debilitation or fall, it's a wrap. You'll be able to understand the zodiac and the people around you so much better. But you have to understand how all the planets are working in your chart. Like Mercury in Taurus is gonna have a different communication style and analytical style than someone with Mercury in Cancer or Mercury in Leo. Mercury in Leo, they might have a loud voice. They might talk a little bit more in Sidereal Leo. You know, you have to recognize these things. The sun is also a perfectionist. The sun likes order, right? The king wants order. The king wants everything to be flowing in accordance to what he wants for himself, okay? And for what he's here to do, to carry out his dynasty or his legacy. That's what the sun is all about. And the moon, she's neither here or there. She's moody. She's going where her heart wants her to go, where she feels like doing. It's all about the feelings, the attention of being adorned. The queen wants to be adorned by the king, but the king has mistresses. The king has concubines. You got to think about it like that. That's literally how it is. And then you can start to understand the signs better. And your switch from tropical to sidereal will make so much more sense. Michael Jackson, tropical Virgo, sidereal Leo, king of pop. I've already mentioned Beyonce, but have you seen her mane, her soul, her essence, her flavor? She's always had the gold hair. You see people like Ariana Grande who are mercurial, very youthful looking. Mercury is youthfulness. She's sidereal Gemini sun and sidereal Virgo moon, very petite and small. Number one thing you need to do is research. And that's why a lot of people are making the switch, because of the research is showing the truth. Oh, that makes more sense. Wow, I see it. But obviously, you can't discount, tropical astrology, I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to open your eyes to sidereal through the actual planets, not pop astrology or stereotypes. The actual planets, the actual stars, the actual, what we're actually observing here. It'll make more sense to you. I think you'll like it. Please let me know if this video was useful to you in the comments. Thank you. I'm open to any suggestions too, but I just wanted to give the tea out, and then we'll start talking about nakshatras on here and everything soon enough. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.